our target from the acquisition of the mill last April was to be producing gold by Q4. And we've done that. So in mining, there's always something. It never goes smooth.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by North Bay Resources CEO Jared Laserson. Jared, very good to speak to you. And of course, the first gold concentrate produced at your Bishop Gold Mill. So a significant milestone for the company.
Yes, some would say the most significant. So we were able to recover gold from our Fran Gold project. We'd shipped right at the end of the September arrival around just early October there at the mill. And this was part of mill startup that obviously has gone very smooth. We have not had to replace any major components, electrical, plumbing. Everything's come online end to end. We're talking maybe 6 weeks from the arrival of the ore. So it's just very, very good. And not to pat ourselves on the back, but I've never heard of a mill startup happening so quickly. So obviously the mill's in very good shape. Equipment's in good shape. We have a fantastic team, and we've started recovering gold as of late last week with the gravity table, and we should start. We will bring the flotation circuit online. So very good sign that we're able to recover by gravity. That's the easy stuff. And then flotation is a little more sophisticated, but this is a sulfide type ore. And by all indications, flotation should increase recovery. So yeah, we're looking good on the mill side.
So you're going to be shipping this initial concentrate off to your refinery partner, and they'll then provide you with a sample of the material for the split assay.
That's correct. So that's just kind of a technical thing with the deal we have with our refinery partner. They assay. They have labs on site. They're metallurgists that's just their focus, and the ownership of the company is a metallurgy company. So they're able really to handle anything. It's a great partnership. It means that we don't have to get into the upgrading as long as we come with a minimum grade concentrate. They're happy to clean it up for us. So in the long term, we may be getting into higher purity, but right now our focus is just to produce a reasonable grade concentrate to the refinery. They just take a percentage. It doesn't matter what the tonnage is, as long as the grade is, like I said, at their minimum. And then we split the sampling. So they take a sample and assay it, and then we independently assay it as well. If there's a major discrepancy, I think the agreement was maybe plus or minus 10%. If there's a major discrepancy, then we've agreed to split the difference. So refineries is definitely on side, and we're very happy and very fortunate. Reno is quite close to the mill, so it's really a nothing trip for us in terms of moving concentrate to. I guess really it's kind of the last piece that's the monetization step, and then they pay us for the concentrate.
Okay, so then the Fran Gold project is heading towards its first revenue in that case, then, Jared.
Yeah, North Bay as a company, Fran Gold is part of it. The mill is part of it. We have other assets, but as an organization, yes, the mine mill combination, which was really our strategic plan, which was to build out around the mill. That was the major acquisition over 6 months ago. So it's all coming together. And again, not to pat ourselves on the back, but our target from the acquisition of the mill last April was to be producing gold by Q4. And we've done that. So in mining, there's always something. It never goes smooth. And the fact that we've been able to do this, it's just great. And then the only other piece I'd add is that we will, now that we've got recovery, things are running smoothly at the mill. We'll now start shipping additional ore from Fran. I don't think we'll get anything on the rail this week, but as early as the next week, we may have rail moving. Certainly by the following week, we will have rail cars packed and moving towards the mill, and that's a little more significant tonnage. Rail cars can handle 100 tons per car. So now we're starting to get into a little more significance in terms of in terms of revenue. And I think we still got a few more weeks left in the fourth quarter, so we may be able to get it on the books this quarter. But certainly Q1 of 2025 is looking very bright. And I just noticed gold was back up above 2,600, and it looks like the market's firming up for gold as well. So long term, obviously, a high gold price. Where it is right now is I don't want to say extremely profitable, but appears to be very profitable for us. Our target costs are in the $500 to $800 an ounce range. In terms of production, around $300 to $400 a ton. All-in costs maybe a little bit more, but anything over a half ounce is really great at these price levels. And our grading from the current stockpiles that we're pulling from at Fran are coming in north of an ounce. So we'll see how it all shakes out. We'll start getting some real world numbers shortly, but I guess the bottom line is the bottom line. We're putting some points on the board, and it's very exciting.
Yeah. Jared, I hope you'll keep us updated on progress at the mine and the mill. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
That's Jared Laserson, the CEO of North Bay Resources.